The DA has laid criminal charges against Health Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize over the Digital Vibes contract. This follows allegations about Mkhize's alleged involvement in the awarding of an irregular contract to communications company Digital Vibes, which is reportedly linked to his close associates. For more on this story, we cross to our reporter Thandi Mawu, who's standing by for us in Cape Town. Thank you very much, Thandi, for joining us. Just give us the latest in terms of what the DA has done, basically reporting against laying charges against Dr. Mkhize, and essentially what are they saying?
Indeed, the DA came to the Central Cape Town Police Station where they laid the charges against the minister himself. They're saying they are laying charges of corruption against the minister as well as his Director General, Dr. Thandi Mawu, for flouting the PMFA. They are here, they have already laid the charges. They were allowed into the police station. The DA said the Minister for Health, says indeed the case has been made, and the police have promised to send down the police number. So the issue is here with me to tell us, Siviwa Kwakube is here with me to tell us more of what happened in the police station. Ms. Kwakube, can you tell us, you laid the charges at the police station today against the minister as well as his Director General?
Absolutely. What we've come here to do is to report what we believe is a possible criminal case that Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize needs to answer for. And we've laid the charge in accordance to the Prevention and Combating of Corruption Act, possibly looking at 3 sections. But these 3 sections read together essentially prohibit political office bearers from awarding contracts or government contracts for personal benefit. And if we look at the evidence that has been mounting over the past couple of weeks that has been reported, seemingly the minister has received personal benefits in the form of renovations to his home, in the form of donations to his son. And so we believe that there's definitely a criminal case here to be answered for. We've also laid a criminal charge against the Director General in accordance to the PFMA, because we're of the view that if the Director General knew that the minister was somehow politically influencing or interfering with the awarding of Digital Vibes, the contract, then he should have rang the alarm with Treasury, as the Act says that he should, because only he can be an accounting officer and only he can sign off government contracts and not politicians.
You are in all these cases, we always expect a speedy investigation by the police. What are they telling you?
Look, they've assured us that as we've laid the charge today, that they will be immediately forwarding it to the provincial leadership here. And we're not going to let this go, because there seemingly is always a tendency for some of these cases to fall by the wayside or for them to come off the radar. It's absolutely important, and if the Minister of Police himself takes this kind of thing seriously, then he should make sure that these kind of cases are looked at and that they are dealt with, and they are dealt with speedily. Because what we cannot have is a situation where there's one set of rules for the ordinary South African and there's one set of rules for politicians. Each and every one of us has a case to answer for if we are in contravention of the oath of office that we took.
President Cyril Ramaphosa said he's dealing with the matter. His office is dealing with the matter, as well as the SIU says it's investigating. In fact, they said yesterday in Parliament that they told Scopa yesterday that they expect to finish the investigation by the end of the month. So are you not repeating what is already being done by the other agencies?
Not at all. I think it's important to note, that the SIU has a specific function, and it is fulfilling that function, and we welcome the fact that they've said that they will be investigating the matter and that they are hoping to be concluding by the end of June. However, the South African Police Service too has a role to play, and that is our view that there's a criminal case here to be answered for on both the side of the Minister and the Director General, and that the SABC should take the lead as well in terms of looking at that matter. We're deeply disappointed though by the President and his lackluster attitude when it comes to this matter. It is absolutely no reason why the President should not suspend the Minister pending the outcome of the SIU investigation, because you cannot have a situation where the Minister Minister is both a player and a referee in an investigation that concerns him. He sits in his office, but the SIU is investigating his government's role and his department's role in the awarding of a contract. Our view is that this would threaten the integrity of the process and that he should be asked to step down pending this SIU investigation.
This is not the first case that the DA is laying at this very police station against some politicians and all of that. And after that, we don't hear much about the progress of those cases. I hope this is not going to be the case as well.
No, and absolutely, and Thandi, as I've said, I mean, it's absolutely important for us that the South African public understands that there's no one set of rules for them and one set of rules for politicians. And that's why for us it's important to come to a police station and lay a criminal charge. The law is very clear. The PFMA is very clear. The public is very clear about what constitutes a contravention. And so that is why we're saying the SABC have the mandate. They've got the powers to be able to investigate this matter, and we will not let it be, we will be letting it go. We will be making sure that we follow up and make sure that this matter doesn't just fizzle out.
Thank you very much. That was viewer for the DA on the health portfolio, saying this case, they will not let it go quietly. They will do whatever they can to make it sure that allegations are followed through.
Thandi Mawu, our reporter there in Cape Town.